بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين وصلى الله على محمد وآله الطاهرين اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد وعجل. As you know, we were studying this issue of tawassul. Today I didn't want actually to speak about tawassul because I was not feeling well, but because we received some questions, some comments from brothers, I feel obliged to speak a few moments about it. And inshallah to clarify some points that they were mentioned in the comment. The brother said in the comment that I don't need to get close to Allah through the way that you want actually. He says that Allah is closer to me than my jugular vein, as Quran says, وَنَحْنُ أَقْرَبُ إِلَيْهِ مِنْ حَبْلِ الْوَرِيدِ. So Allah is so close to me. So I don't need to do tawassul. You have to do tawassul. And we are close to Allah. Then the second point that he raises is some accusations that you are saying this because of money or position or something. And so inshallah we need to refer to some points to answer this. I didn't want to just go through it. I mean, there might be many comments, but these two are some commonly raised issues, mainly by Wahhabis. If you look at their TVs, they usually say that these ulama are saying this because of money, because of this and because of that. And you see that unfortunately our brothers are picking up the very things that those Wahhabis mention. So it needs some clarification. The first point is very important because of some misunderstanding. And again, I said shallow understanding of things. That Allah is close to us. نحن أقرب إليه من حبل الوريد. Allah says, we are close to man than the jugular vein. Allah says in the previous state that Allah says, Allah knows whatever whisper and silent thinking and votes that you have inside you. So you cannot hide anything from Allah. So Allah is close to you, closer to you than your jugular vein. So if Allah is so close to me, then why do we need tawassul? You know, I said in the previous session, the problem is that with these brothers is that they don't listen to the series. They just go to one point and they have some presuppositions. And by those presuppositions, they just want to attack. I said in the previous sessions that we have to put all verses together. This is not the only verse in Quran that Allah is close to you. We have verses like the verse that even all the debate is about, وَابْتَغُوا إِلَيْهِ الْوَسِيلَةِ. Nobody denies that to get close to Allah, you need wasila. And the only debate and the difference is that whether this wasila is salat and hajj and sawm and fasting, or also tawassul to ahlulbayt can be wasila. So nobody denies this. This also is verse of Quran. So from Quranic perspective, you have to bear in mind that we have to put all verses together. If Allah says, I am so close, and the other way He says, get some wasila to get close to Allah. Here what we have to bear in mind is that these people, Wahhabis and these people, they don't understand the concept of closeness of Allah. You know, in physical, material closeness, the distance between things from A to B and B to A are the same. If you are sitting 1 meter from me, if I am 1 meter far from you, it means that you are also 1 meter far from me. It's impossible that if I am 1 meter from you, you are 2 meter from me. This is impossible. This is in the physical sense. In the material sense, if something is close, if A is close to B, it means that B also is close to A. But when it comes to spiritual things, this is different. In the spiritual sense, one can be close to someone, but the other should be and could be so far from the other. You know, as a father, you love your son. Your son is beloved in your heart. So you are very close to your son. And your son can be a very bad boy to be so far from you. You feel that you cannot live a second without the son, but he doesn't care about you. So from your side, the relation is so close, but from his side, it's so far. Nuh alayhi salam was so close to his son, always worrying about him, and the son didn't care about his father. So in the spiritual sense, one side can be very close, and the other side could be very far. In the class, the teacher may say, this student is close to me than the other, closer to me than the other students. Doesn't mean that he is sitting closer to me. Means that in his mindset, in his understanding, in his akhlaq, in his manner, he's closer to me than the other students. So when you call someone close friend doesn't mean that he's sitting beside you. He might be in a different country, but he's close friend of you. So spiritual sense might be different. A father might have two sons. One son is living with him in the house, the other son is living in the other country. But the father feels more close to the son who is out in the foreign country, in the other country. Even though this son is physically close to him, but spiritually he feels so close to the other one. So when it comes to spiritual closeness, it is different. Allah is close to us, that is true. But the point is that our perfection is in getting close to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So from Allah's side, Allah is close. But from our side, we are not necessarily close. That student also should grow, all the students should grow to get to a level that they are also close to the teacher as the other one was. So this is an important point, that it is not understood that in a spiritual sense, if A is close to B, B is not necessarily close to A. You every time perform salat and you say, how do you perform salat? What is the intention? What is the niyyah? You say, I am performing 2 rak'ah of salatul fajr. What? Qurbatan ila Allah. Qurbatan ila, what does it mean? I want to get close to Allah. If you are close to Allah, so this is nonsense. So every day you are doing nonsense. And Allah commanded you to do nonsense. Na'uzu billah. So every time as a Muslim you believe that today I am performing Salatul Fajr, this is supposed to make me closer to Allah from Salatul Fajr I performed yesterday. So every time I am performing Salat, it's a ladder. I'm going one step ahead and higher. So in the spiritual sense, we talked about the hadith, that the hadith of wasilah, that it comes in many actually different forms. And also the hadith that talks about maqam mahmud for Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. That the Prophet is at the highest level possible. And then Imam Ali is after him. And then mu'mineen, according to the level of closeness to Allah, they will be there. As it has been mentioned in hadith, in several hadiths, this concept has been mentioned that Imam alayhi salam said, فَتَنَافَسُوا فِي الدَّرَجَاتِ. You are close to us in Jannah, but فَتَنَافَسُوا فِي الدَّرَجَاتِ. Compete each other in the degrees, in the positions. Try to be of the higher position in Jannah. So you shouldn't be pleased that you are just in Jannah. What degree, what rank in Jannah you are going to be settled is important. Hum darajatun indallah. Allah says they are degrees themselves, they are ranks. So even the prophets, not all are the same. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, when we see, when He talks about the prophets, He talks about their ubudiyya. Actually, ubudiyya and to be abd is what makes you close to Allah. But the point is that not all the prophets are the same level of ubudiyya. تِلْكَ الرُّسُلْ فَضَّلْنَا بَعْضَهُمْ عَلَى بَعْضٍ. Even the prophets, they have degrees. And you can see their degrees in even the titles Allah uses in their ubudiyya. One is ni'mal abd, one is abdun awwab, abduhu, inni abdullah. Mufassirin, they say when Isa says Abdullah, ascribing up to Allah, means that it shows that he could be closer to Allah than the other prophets, other than the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. That abduhu is mentioned for him, zamiruhu is used when it is very, very close. Like qul huwallah, huwa is used because it is so clear that you don't need to declare, you bring the zamir. So anyhow, the concept of ubudiyah, not all are the same in the concept of ubudiyah. So if Allah is close to us, it doesn't mean that we are also close to Allah. We have to attain closeness to Allah through iman, through amal salih. إليه يسعد الكلم الطيب والعمل الصالح يرفعه. Amal salih ascends the true beliefs that you have. What is amal salih? What is the good deed? Good deed is it could be salat, it could be hajj, it could be, and also it could be an imam. And getting close to one can be amalus salih. As Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala talking about the son of Nuh, he says, innahu amalun ghayru salih. If son of Nuh is amalun ghayru salih, Allah says he was an act, he was a deed, son of Nuh. This is not tafsir batini. This is tafsir al-Quran bil-Quran. They unfortunately confuse these things and they say this is tafsir batini. Allah says son of Nuh was an act, a mischievous act. Son of Nuh is amalun ghayru salih. It means that a person like Amirul Mu'minin is amalun salih. The Prophet is amalun salih. And this is a kind of emphasis on salahiyya, on righteousness. Like what we say in literature, that sometimes we say Ali is adil. Ali is adil, Ali is just. Sometimes you say Ali is adil. This is emphasis. Ali, he himself is justice. He is so adil that he himself is justice. And sometimes a person, he is so righteous that you say he is amalun salih. As the son of Nuh was amalun ghayru salih. So, bal amalus salih yarfa'uhu. Tawassul to awliyaullah can be there. So, here the point is that if we are close to Allah, as Allah is close to us, if Allah is close to us, then the jugular vein, it doesn't mean that necessarily we are close to Him. Actually, all the religion, all iman, all the good actions, everything is just because to make us close to Allah. If Allah is so close to us and that's it, then the religion is nonsense. Na'uzubillah. And even in Quran, you see that Allah says, "Innahu qaribun minal muhsinin," or qaribun minal, I don't know, muttaqin. This qurba is different. When Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, وَنَحْنُ أَغْرَبُ إِلَيْهِ مِنْ حَبْلِ الْوَرِيدِ, we are closer to them than the jugular vein. Is it the same? Is it the same qurba that he says, I am close to muttaqin? Is it the same that he said, I am close to muhsaneen? Of course they are not the same. The rank of muhsaneen are different from the muttaqin. The way that Allah is close, Jibreel was close to Allah. Jibreel is close to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, is the closest angel to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. But when they ascend in the journey of closeness to Allah, they stop somewhere when they are going towards Allah by the Prophet. He says, لَوْ دَنَوْتُ أَنْمُلَةً لَحْتَرَقْتُ. This is the end of my capacity. From now on, I am a stranger. From now on, I cannot go any further. Otherwise, Allah's anger will burn me. Like, for example, imagine you have a friend. You have many friends, but you don't take all home. In the home, you have your mother, your sister, your wife. So you take somebody that you trust. There are very few people you may take home, because home is harim. Home is a place that you have hurma, you have respect, you have dignity. You don't take anybody home. But you can take your brother home. So your brother can come to your home, the place that your friends cannot come. But even the brother cannot enter your bedroom. The bedroom is the limit. When it comes to my bedroom, even you are non-mahram.
So for everybody there is a limit. Jibreel says up to this level I was mahram. From now on I am non-mahram. If I go any further, Allah's anger will burn me. And the Prophet ascends to the maqam qaba qawsayna aw adna. The quote, as Ayatollah Jawadi Amali says, nobody other than Imam al-As can explain this for us. What does it mean, qaba qawsayna aw adna? So closeness to Allah is a relative concept, that in what level you are. People can be of different levels of closeness. And another point which is very important to bear in mind is that when we are talking about wasilah, usually these people confuse it as wasit or wasita. Wasit or wasita. Wasila is different from wasita. Wasita English you translate it as medium, middler. Imam in my perfection is not a middler. Middler is the one who takes from Allah and gives it to you. But this is not the case. Imam is like a catalyst. If I want to take this journey, I will take it in a year. Imam can take me in a second. Imam takes my hand and helps me go faster. So Imam is not the medium to take from Allah and give it to me. He's not a medium in the between. This is what usually Wahhabis and these people confuse. Imam is not a medium. Imam is the one who ascends, who, what do you call it, fastens our journey. Imam takes our hand, as in Surah Al-Hamd, you say, اهدنا الصراط المستقيم, the right path. صراط الذين أنعمت. This path belongs to these people. The path belongs to them. The path is theirs. They are in the path. They are so close to Allah that Allah says the right path belongs to them. They are the owners. صراط الذين. So these people who are in the Sirat, they can ascend us. They are the companions in this journey. They are our friends. They are our awliya. They can take our hand and they can ascend us. So Imam can be wasila as amalus salih and can ascend us. And the important point, again, some brothers were arguing that, this hadith is weak or that hadith is so. It's not a matter of one hadith or two hadiths to debate the chain of narration. When you open all these books of Shia from cover to cover, you find so many hadiths. And you cannot say that Kulaini and Sadur and Tusi and great ulama, they didn't understand this is Ghuluf. Inshallah, later on I will talk about Ghuluf and I will talk about these things. These concept is mutawatir ma'navi. This is not mutawatir lafzi sometimes. Mutawatir lafzi is that one single phrase should be in many, many hadiths then to reach to the level of tawatur, frequency. What this is mutawatir ma'navi means the concept has been brought in different hadiths, in different forms, in many, many hadiths to the extent that you cannot deny it. So, inshallah, I hope to this, I don't want to speak so long on the concept. I hope inshallah it's clear. And the point that they say that, you are just saying this because of your own personal worldly, what is it for us? What is that if you do tawassul to Imam or not? If somebody is looking for money, they can get it from anywhere. There are many ways to get money. And you cannot accuse, even if we don't know you, we don't know where you are, and you're not going to give us any money. And if a person is going to do tawassul to Amirul Mu'minin, what is he going to give to me? So what is this? I'm a university professor. I have my own salary. I'm a faculty member. I don't need this. At least I cannot, personally, you cannot accuse me of this. Or many ulama. Many ulama. So what do you mean that if alim, his money, his earning is dependent on tawassul? Sunni ulama are not fed. If you look at them, you see that Sunni ulama are much, much in better, what do you call it? They have better income and better financial condition. Do they have tawassul? They say you collect zakat, khums. The amount of zakat that the Sunni ulama collect is much greater than the khums that the Shia may pay. So are you accusing them that they are collecting money for themselves? The way that you have to spend khums or zakat is clear. And you don't know intention of people. You cannot accuse people of evil intention. To say that, no, you're saying this because, and I can accuse you of the same thing. I can accuse you of being, I don't know, supported by Wahhabis. You are among the Shia as the agents supported by Wahhabis to cause chaos. Not to accuse each other is easy. You accuse me, I can accuse you. So when it is a debate, you cannot accuse others of no right intentions or so and so. It's the matter of understanding religion better. We want to say that you cannot say that all ulama Ayatollah Shobairi, such a perfect person who has dedicated all the long life, more than 90 years of his blessed life, a big part of it he has dealt with hadith, one of the experts of hadith. The Ayatollah Sistani, all these people, all these great ulama, Ayatollah Wahid Zanjani, Wahid Khorasani, all these people who have dedicated their lives, and we have seen that they are pious. They don't look for Ayatollah Sistani. Is he looking for power? Is he looking for wealth? Go and see his house in Iraq. You will be shocked. He lives in a ruin. That even normal, ordinary ulama in Iraq, they don't live in such a place. So to say that all these ulama are speaking for dunya and only this guy is speaking for akhirah, subhanallah. So we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to guide all of us and to give us taqwa, inshaAllah. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.